exponent is 0 or when the exponent is a negative number. Okay? So, what you need to pay attention to is that anytime the exponent works out to be 0, the answer is 1. It does not matter what the base is. Anytime the exponent works out to be 0, the answer is 1. Okay? All right, so, and then a negative exponent, if your exponent is a negative number, you just turn the entire thing into a fraction and put the exponent part in the denominator with a positive. Okay? So if there is no number in front, you just put a 1 in the numerator. All right, so for example, okay, 3 to the negative 5th power, okay, so this is a negative exponent, so that means we're going to make it a fraction. The entire exponent part goes in the denominator and becomes positive. There was no other number in front of the exponent part, so my numerator becomes a 1. Okay, m to the 0 times n to the negative 4th. All right, well, m to the 0 becomes 1, because anything to the 0. So now I have 1 times n to the negative 4th. This is a negative exponent, so I drop it. So I get 1 over n to the 4th times 1. Well, that times 1 is just 1 over n to the 4th. Okay, now here's a complicated one. 16 x to the negative 6th y. Okay, no zeros, so nothing's going to turn into 1, but this x to the negative 6th has a negative exponent, so it gets dropped. So the 16 and the y will stay on the top, and the x to the 6th goes underneath. Okay? So, we can use this idea to rewrite fractions so that they're not fractions anymore. Okay? So you might see rewrite without fraction bar. Okay? So first I have 1 over 16. Well, the only thing we've talked about is needing exponents. So I've got to see, can I turn 16 into some exponent? So come down here. 2 times 2 is 4. Oh, and 2 times 2 is another 4, and 4 times 4 is 16. So this would be 1 over 2 to the 4th. So now if I want to get rid of that negative bar, if I want to bring that exponent from the denominator back up top, I need to make it negative 4th. Okay? And now, with variables, if I have a to the 2nd over c to the 3rd, okay, everything's already in exponents. The a to the 2nd is on top, so I don't need to change anything. I want to bring the c to the 3rd up. So I want to bring this guy back up, so I need to make it c to the negative 3rd. And now there are no fraction bars. Okay. Okay. Now, a lot of times you might be asked to simplify an exponent problem and write it with only positive exponents. So simplify with only positive exponents. So that means fractions. If they want only positive exponents, that means fractions are okay. Okay? So if I have 5 times 10, or 5 to the 10th times 5 to the negative 6th, okay? Well, these are being multiplied right now, so I can do 5 to the 10 plus negative 6th. Well, 10 plus negative 6 gives me 5 to the 4th. All right, if I have 8n to the negative 3rd times n to the 2nd, okay, keep the 8n to the negative 3rd plus 2, so that gives me 8n to the negative 1, but I'm not allowed to have negative exponents, so that means that just the n gets dropped underneath, because it's the one that has the negative exponent. So this is 8n to the 1st, or 8 over n. All right, some for you to try on your own, and we'll talk next class.